I wanted to quickly mention also that the last episode I covered had involved the aspect of when Molly and Grace were fake comforting Casey. They had that moment where they did their usual perf thing, and Casey almost slipped back into her old habit of doing it with them, indicating the fact that she still is struggling to make the changes, to make the transition. And that's probably the best way they could have addressed that. Just saying. So let's move on to the next episode. How to Rock an Election. And this, my opinion of this one rose a lot higher with more viewings, because I realized how much more surprisingly enjoyable it was in that sense. Here's the plot. Molly is running for class president, and Casey is running against her, so as to prevent another perf from winning class president again. And there's that conflict, and it'd be pretty easy for Casey to be able to make it a close kind of race, but there's one group in the school that's not, well, actually a few groups in the school, mainly the nerd department of the school, that's not really interested in voting for her, and it seems she comes up with an idea to get them to vote for her. Since Kevin has an in with them, and since they're so interested in him, she gets him to run as well, so that he can get their votes. Then, by the time the election comes to a close, drop out and tell them to vote for Casey instead. Thus, Casey ends up winning. And so, Casey at the same time is thinking of ideas to get everyone interested in voting for her. She comes up with the harebrained scheme to get Big Time Rush to, and they guest starred as well. What's interesting is the fact that even when the next show has a Nick show that has Big Time Rush guest star, and Big Time Rush was so popular, it actually outlasted every other popular show on Nick for quite a while. Specifically, it outlasted iCarly, which yes, lasted 6 seasons, but at the same time was so incredibly popular, you would have thought it'd be around longer than Big Time Rush. There's a bird trying to go in through the window. So,
Bird's going crazy.